Stephen Graham Jones, you had no right, sir. Ripped through my own heart with a chainsaw. Oh my God, it was so good. So this book is an adult horror about a teenage girl who, bless her heart, is experiencing so much trauma and has a terrible childhood, and she's just about to graduate high school, and she's obsessed with slasher movies and slasher films, and is completely convinced that a slasher is about to occur in her hometown. And so she's, finding out all of the characters in the book, who's the slasher, who's the final girl. And I truly believe that this book was a love letter to all of the great slashers of the 80s and 90s, all of the callbacks that he puts within the text and the references that she makes, the main character Jade. Fantastic. It was beautiful. It was dripping in detail and voice and blood. And favorite character? Definitely Jade. She was unreliable but lovable, and you find out some things about her that just absolutely rip your heart into. My favorite chapter has to be the first chapter where she writes one of her papers to Mr. Holmes, the history teacher, and she's explaining the slasher genre to him, trying to turn it in as acceptable history homework, and it was perfect. And I also really liked the climactic scene at the end, where all hell breaks loose and shit hits the fan. That was really good. My least favorite chapter actually is probably the very first one, after the prologue, where we first get into Jade's kind of stream of consciousness. And I know that Stephen Graham Jones's writing is kind of divisive. It divides people. Some people really like that running detail, comma type writing, and some people don't. They want the more suspenseful, short, choppy sentences. So I had to work my way into it, but I really liked it. And then after a while, and the very last chapter didn't do it for me either. I just didn't like the way that it wrapped up, the way that it ended. It kind of missed the mark for me a little bit. I mean, it pulled at the heartstrings for sure, but I had spent the whole book, anticipating and thinking she's an unreliable narrator and thinking, oh, none of this is happening. Wait, is this happening? I'm not sure. And it was really good. And then in the end, I'm like, wait, so it actually did happen or no? I'm confused. So that part missed the mark for me a little bit, but this book was still a beautiful, bloody ride, and I highly recommend it to anyone.